Hello YouTube, my name is Ashir, and today let's go over Balatro, my first and probably last video on this particular game. Please note before I start that this is a single player game that you cannot spend real life money in at all, and if that option ever does become available in the future, please do not do that, and I will show you why. Now then, in this game I have a very nice run going for me. And there's a reason for that. I have 55 out of 55 jokers. There's a whole bunch of other things going on in the background that you might not notice. And this video is, or this run, not video, this run is a very non-legitimate run. We'll get into that and how you can do this to your own game right after this hand. Wow, so easy. So, how is this run non-legitimate, you say? Let's find out. And this also applies to every other run you might see on YouTube. Their runs might not be as legitimate as you think they are. So first things first, we exit the game because we're going to make changes to it. So go to where your game has been installed, usually through Steam, and you'll need a program called 7-Zip. 7-Zip is a free-to-use program. If you have that installed, go right-click on the executable file for the game, go to the 7-Zip menu, and click on Open Archive. Once you have opened the archive, you should get a window like this. This is the unpacked archive. So it's all still packed up. You're just viewing the archive right now. Navigate to your game.lua file inside this archive and click on Extract. This file doesn't really matter where you extract it to. I'm going to extract it to the desktop, and I'm even going to put it in a new folder, not even change the name. This is going to be my backup file, just in case I make a change that caused the game to crash, or if I need to back up for any reason whatsoever, I will have that available at all times. Next, click on the game.lua again, right click and go to Edit. This will open up a notepad, and from here you can change the game however way you want it to be changed. A quick note, do not change the cards because it destroys the balance of the game for one thing, but all of these values inside these quotes here are the only values that are available to be changed to, as far as I know. When I try to change this to a 1, a 14, 25, or any other number besides what's listed here, it causes the game to crash. Because the game crashes with sometimes it has a blue screen, and I was playing full screen, it made me think my whole computer crashed. So that's why I don't play this game full screen anymore, especially when I'm modifying it. Yes, the Jack, King, Queen, Ace is spelled all the way out, so that's neat. So if you're going to change this to any of the values listed, it totally throws out a whole bunch of jokers and just things that make your run incredible. So leaving these specific values as is always a good idea, in my opinion. The things that you can go crazy and change are the jokers and the tarot cards, the vouchers. These things can be changed, but I will go over a problem that I experienced. Now then, to change the jokers, let's go over some of the most common jokers that you'll run into because they're unlocked at the start of the game. The greedy, lusty, wrathful, gluttonous, and the regular joker are all very easy jokers to change. You have them right from the get-go available for choosing. So the first joker at the top is just a it's the generic joker, the uncommon just gives you a times 4 multiplier. Well, if we scroll over to the right to where the multiplier is and change that to 999, now instead of being a times 4 multiplier, when I see that card in game, it will be 999. We can do the same for the multiplier here. And these are the diamonds, hearts, spades, clubs. So if you play a diamond, heart, spade, or club and have one of these jokers, you get a multiplier of 999. Now I've changed it. Now then, another neat feature of having a notepad open is you can search. And right now I'm going to go over one of the interesting experiments that I tried and caused the game to crash. Is the Troubadour card. This card needs to be unlocked, and um, I won't tell you how to do that because I'm not sure how to. Even though it explains under unlock condition right there, it doesn't make any sense. So good luck figuring that one out. So what this card does is right here in the highlight. It increases your hand size, so the cards drawn out of the deck to play in your hand, or that you can play from, increases by 1 normally, and it decreases your hands played overall for the rounds, so you get 4 hands to play in a round, or 5 or 6 or 10 hands to play in a round. That will decrease the hands played by 1. And that is the normal parameters of this card. You get 1 extra hand size for -1 hand plays, because they're usually minus. Well, I came through and deleted the negative value there, and I increased the hand size to 10. Very nice. Now then, I'm going to copy this real quick just so I can show something. If you do this and just delete that, and you only want the increased hand size and don't want hand plays to change, what will happen, and I know this through experience, is when this card becomes available in the shop, your game will crash because it expects this line to be there. You can change the number value of this, but if you delete that line outright, the game will crash when that card becomes available. So don't go around and delete things out of these brackets because when that card comes up, it will cause the game to crash. Change the numbers however you want, and that will always work. Now let's go down to something else as an example. Let's see here. The Wheel of Fortune is a card I change. See if I can get it right there on the bottom. Perfect. So the Wheel of Fortune is a 1 in 4 chance to get something positive. And every time I pick that card, it always says nope. And that is kind of aggravating. So what I have done is gone into this extra bracket and changed a 4 into a 1. This changes the 1 in 4 chance to 1 in 1 chance. So 100% to get something positive if I choose that tarot card. Excellent. Let's see here. What else? What else can I show off that I have changed? The vouchers. You can change the vouchers. Some of the easier ones to understand are the grabber and wasteful vouchers. These give you 1 extra hand to play per round or 1 extra discard to use per round. I have changed them to 5 each. The paintbrush is 1 extra card in your hand, so 1 extra card slot for your hand for that round. I've changed that to 10 extra cards in your hand, just as examples here. The final example that I will show is underneath the back section. This is the decks of cards. You can unlock decks of cards as you play, and I want you to notice this section in the highlight. Well, wow. Thank you. It's really finicky when I do that. Anyway, the highlighted section has been changed for all decks. And there are some variations. There's a 2 here, 50 there, 75 here, 2 and 4, 20, 75 for that deck. And then some other things. This is not how the deck originally is. This is the red deck at the top. And I'm going to change it back to what it originally was. Originally, this is how the line is read for the red deck. You get 1 extra discard. and no other modifiers. Well, I'm going to change that back to what I had it, and actually I'm going to increase the jokers to 999. Well, actually, I think there's a limit on 500. I remember seeing that somewhere in the file. I'm going to change the dollars to 99, hands to 99, and discard to 99. And I'm making these changes because I'm going to revert them with my backup in the new folder anyway. So now that the changes that I want to make this time have been put into this text file, it's time to save them and then update the archive. Now then, before you go and do this, close the game, or else it won't let you update the archive. When you have the game closed and are ready to save your changes, close this box, hit save. This will now inform you that the game.lua was modified, and do you want to update it in the archive? Click OK. Now your changes will have been pushed through into the archive. You don't have to do anything else. Your game is now going to run off of the new rules that you set in that file. So let's launch the game. Let's go over to the red deck. Now I get 99 discard, but I also get more than that. Now I have not only 99 discard, additional discards, but an additional 99 hands and an additional $99, and I can have an additional 99 jokers. Very nice. What are the odds you get a flush at the start? Ta-da! Everything else is the same, unless I've changed it, which I haven't. You need tons of re-rolling until you run out of money. So there you have it. Now then, I don't necessarily like those changes that I just made. I want to restore the backup that I had originally made at the start of the video. I open up my new folder where I have extracted this file as a backup. As mentioned at the start of the video, click and drag this file back into the archive window. It says, do I want to copy this file over? And it will copy and replace if I say yes. Now the changes that I've made are reverted back to what I originally had it set to, and I can verify that by starting up the game and playing. Now then, with that, well, when I show you the deck has been changed back, you now know everything you need to make this game whatever you want. Now then, every run you now see on YouTube, please keep in mind that some of these runs will probably be less legitimate than you think they are. Not all of them. People will play this game legitimately, but it is maybe take any of these insane runs that you think are just absolutely crazy that you can get in your game with a grain of salt, because now you know how easy it is to change the game to make it very possible to have the most insane run you've ever seen. Anyway, my name is Ashir, and thank you for watching the video. See you next time.